Welcome back. This is part 3 of our FL Studio unit on Rogue's Instruction Online Music Education. Make sure you have the Even More Drum Beats FLP files for this assignment. I'll demonstrate how to make some more drum beat patterns using the channel rack again, but I'll also be using the piano roll and a new feature called the chopper to make our beats more stylistically appropriate. Welcome back. We are starting another lesson in our music production, music exploration online class. We are still with FL Studio and we're still doing drum patterns. And let's get started. So we have already opened up our Even More Drum Patterns file. So let's have that open in your FL Studio. And then once you do that, make sure you open up your channel rack. Over here, third icon is your channel rack. And we have our 2 patterns today and all the same instruments we've been using. And make sure your channel rack has these additional 4 beats on the end of it for a total of 8 beats or 2 bars. And let's take a look at what we're going to be making today. Alright, here is the same drum pattern chart that we used in the last class. We are looking at trap. There's some interesting things happening in this one we want to get into. So let's begin. We have kick, snare, and closed hi-hat. Only 3. So I'm going to put in the kick and the snare, and I'll come back in when that's done and we'll talk about what to do with the hi-hat. Okay, so this is what the kick and the snare should look like. Let's move on to the closed hat. So we're going to do this. We're going to right click on the closed hat and choose fill each 2 steps. And that's going to give us the pattern that we need, except we need to add some additional notes. We're going to add another note here after 2 in the E of 2 or the second part of 2, and same thing at 2.4. So here's 2. And here's 2.4, and we'll have something that sounds like this. Make a change here, so let's move that back 1. All right. So that is a general trap sound, but we're going to make it sound even better. So let's close our channel rack and make sure we have our pattern 1 selected here. And let's go back up to the top here, but not choose the channel rack, the one to the left of it. This is our piano roll. So let's click and open that up. Okay, so this is a more in-depth look at our pattern here. If we go to the top here, it says piano roll kick. We're going to switch this to our closed hat, and we can see all of our notes. We can see our additional notes here. So let's get into this. I'm going to use Control and the zoom wheel to zoom in on this. Okay, I'm going to delete this note here at 2. And go up here to my paintbrush, and I'm going to paint a note in. There we go, paintbrush plus. And then I'll do the same thing over here. Delete that, add a note in with a paintbrush plus, and then I'll go back to my pencil. All right, so in the there are different ways for us to split this up. We're going to use this square next to the magnifying glass, and then use that and click on our C5 here. This is the one at bar 2, and hold down Alt and tap U. And this is our chopper. So I can use this this knob here. I'm going to pull down 1, and it splits that note into 2. So now we have those 3 fast notes that happened in our pattern. Then I'll hit accept or hit enter. I'll do the same thing, click over here, Alt U. And if I want to, I can even make this make additional separations, so make it 4 or 8. But I think for right now, we'll leave it just at 2. Enter. And then I can close this and open our channel rack again. Channel rack looks a little different since we added some things. But let's see what it sounds like. So there we go. That's our trap pattern. Let's close that. And we forgot to name this, so let's do that over here. Rename and color. Trap. And this one down here is going to be our hip hop pattern. So let's rename it. And then open up our channel rack. And let's look at what we have here. This is at the bottom. Kick, snare, closed hat. This one is pretty simple. We're just putting all of our notes in. Hi-hat closed. The closed hat is very simple as well, just straight across every other one. So let's add those notes in and then I'll check back in as soon as that's done. Okay, this is what it should look like when you are done. So let's take a listen to this one. Might sound a little better if we slow this down. So we're going to grab our BPM up here and let's move it down to 100. Whatever you so desire. So that is the end of this assignment. All you have to do now is save it. And export it as a wave. And we'll start and submit that file and you will be done. All right, thanks for sticking with me. I hope you are having a good time and I'll see you guys later.